Hi, this is my first real video. I'm gonna try to have be good and try to push out. So I'm sorry if the quality is still subpar or if the editing isn't the best, as I'm still learning how to make videos. So please bear with me. And this video was also kind of made on a whim, so just keep that in mind as well. Please enjoy. As a Void Warlock main, I love ability spam. And in the near future, I will most likely try to make another video on my Void Warlock build if I enjoy making this video. Stasis Warlock is probably my second favorite subclass, maybe tied with Strand on the Warlock class. The problem I have been running into with Stasis Warlock is ever since we changed to the new mod system in Lightfall, I have never really found a build that was as potent or at least felt as strong as the old ones. That was until after 26 runs of the new dungeon, I got Buried Bloodline to drop. And I'd also gotten an Unending Tempest with Demolitions and Headstone after grinding day and night for that thing. Devour had filled a very important piece of the puzzle for me as a Void Warlock main on Stasis, survivability. Now the build is nothing new. I just like to think that I have made a few adjustments to a previous build that has, been on the radar forever, but I've made it to fit my own playstyle, and I'm not going to say that this build will fit everyone's needs or is the best build ever created. I just happen to like it a lot, and I think that it has saved the subclass for me, personally. Buried Bloodline is fantastic, not on Void, specifically. And it's even better when you pair it with Darkness subclasses. For one, the Void subclass has much better ways to get Devour, and has much better use for other Void weapons, such as Collective Obligation, Graviton Lance, Final Web, Argos, and Le Monarch. It's particularly better on Darkness subclasses because you're still able to use Strand and Stasis weapons to play into the subclass with perks such as Headstone, Choke Clip, Hatchling, and the new Slice perk. Now, I have not played with Buried Bloodline on too much on other classes, but I'm sure it would do fantastic. I did try it with Strand Titan, but I believe that Devour is almost redundant on that class, and I would just much rather have a 1-2 punch shotgun whenever playing it. Now, onto the actual topic of the video, my build that I've been talking up. So, as a completely original person, I use Osmomancy gloves for the exotic armor. These give 2 charges of Cold Slap grenades and will refund energy on a direct hit, and it is a lot of energy. For the aspects, I run Bleak Watchers and Ice Flare bolts. Bleak Watchers will have us turn our Stasis grenades into totally fair and balanced Stasis turrets that will slow and eventually freeze targets. Ice Flare bolts, there you go, will have traces of Stasis run and freeze other enemies when an enemy is shattered. Now for the fragments, firstly, I run Whisper of Durance so that my turrets will last longer and freeze effects also last longer. Secondly, I run Whisper of Shards for extra grenade recharge rate when breaking a Stasis crystal. Third, I run Whisper of Chains for extra damage resist when around frozen targets or Stasis crystals. And the final fragment slot is a bit of a flex spot. My recommendations would be either Whisper of Rending for easier shattering with primary weapons, Whisper of Fissures for more shatter damage, Whisper of Refraction for more rifts when defeating frozen targets, Whisper of Torment for more grenade regen on taking damage, or Whisper of Bonds for Orb of Power generation on frozen target kills. The stats in the build are very standard. As for almost every single build, you want Resilience and Discipline. And after that, you can focus recovery as much as you can. For our mods, firstly, on the helmet, I have a Harmonic Siphon, so that we can get multi-kills and have an Orb of Power drop with our Stasis weapons. And after that, I have a Heavy Ammo Finder and Scout. On our arms, I have 1 bolt during detonation and 2 grenade kickstarts. On the chest piece, I would just run any resistance mods based on, the activity you're playing. For general play, I just run a charged up mod and a sniper resistance mod. For the legs, I run an innervation and recuperation mod, along with a stacks and stacks mod. And lastly, for the bond, I run a Reaper, Bomber, and Powerful Attraction mod. From when we cast a Rift, we get grenade energy, nearby orbs are picked up, and our next kill with the weapon will grant us an Orb of Power. The weapons are pretty flexible, at least in the kinetic slot, because you really only need a Headstone weapon. and there's a lot of them. My main one is Unending Tempest with Demolitionist in Headstone, which I grinded my dick off for. If you don't have that, the same role is also on the new Trace Rifle if you're comfortable running double special. For the energy slot, I'm obviously running Buried Bloodline, as the special weapon sidearms slap hard, and even from far away distances, this thing is still hitting. It's not even really a sidearm, it's a crossbow. For the heavy slot, it's once again very versatile. You can run whatever your little heart desires. Usually I just run an Eager Edge Sword because Ad Clear is this whole build's job. And if I need damage, I'll run a rocket or a linear or whatever it really calls for. The gameplay loop is pretty simple. What I'd first do is throw out your Stasis turrets, and then to proc Devour, you would either have to get 4 red bar kills or 1 orange bar kill and above to get Devour. After that, I would just start getting kills with your headstone weapon to create crystals, so you can either gain resistance out of them or get grenade energy. And it's really just a get Devour, kill things, throw your grenades out as much as you can, put down a rift if you need to. I do use the melee as kind of an oh shit button. You know, like if something's rushing me or there's a high priority target that needs to be frozen right that second, just throw your melee out. The seasonal artifact does help, but I really don't think it's necessary. I mean, it's helpful because frozen targets will just create crystals now on a kill, which is fantastic for the build, and I don't really think Hailstorm is all that necessary. And now I have to end the video somehow, and I'm not really sure how, so I guess I'll do the regular thing of leave any comments down below. Please don't be too harsh, I'll cry. I'm very sensitive. Yeah, just have a good day. Be kind to each other. Ciao.